अपना शेक योर ऑन ज़ूम चैनल और मेरे साथ में आज स्ट्रीट डायरीज पर है अयान अग्निहोत्री, वेरी वेल नोन एज अग्नि. सो जॉइन मी एज आई वेलकम हिम ऑन ज़ूम. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लवली टू हैव यू अयान. और हम खाने की बात तो करेंगे पर मुझे जानना है कि आपको क्या पसंद है खाने में.
ऑनेस्टली आई एम अ बिग फूडी. मुझे खाना बहुत अच्छा लगता है. नॉन वेज में तो कुछ भी खा लूँगा पोर्क के सिवाय. और या वेज में भी मुझे खाने अच्छे लगते हैं. बट लाइक आई एम क्वाइट साउथ इंडियन, नॉर्थ इंडियन सब अच्छा लगता है. मुझे डोसा अच्छा लगता है, राजमा अच्छा लगता है, दाल रोटी मतलब एकदम.
घर में ऐसी कौन सी स्पेशल डिश है जो आपको बहुत पसंद आती है, जो आपकी मॉम बनाते हो या
दादी साग बनाती है तो दैट लाइक मक्की का रोटी एंड साग, सो दैट्स लाइक वन ऑफ द फेवरेट्स फॉर श्योर. अदरवाइज घर में जनरल चिकन करी और रोटी दाल जो बनता है लाइक अच्छा लगता है.
और नानी जो है आपकी सलमा खान, उनके खाने के बारे में हम लोग ने बहुत ही सुना है. लाइक आई थिंक आई हैव हैड ओनली वंस मटन करी आफ्टर लाइक आई ब्रोक माय इफ्तारी विद दैट एट वन ऑफ द शूट्स एंड आई वाज लाइक वाओ दैट्स अमेजिंग. सो आपको क्या पसंद है?
उधर तो सभी चीज़ें अच्छी है लेकिन बिरयानी जब बनती है मटन बिरयानी तो बेस्ट. उससे बेटर तो कुछ है.
एंड व्हाट अबाउट योर
और एक दूसरी स्पेशलिटी एक्चुअली बीटरूट गोश्त. बीटरूट गोश्त
तो ये कभी मैंने सुना नहीं है. तो बीटरूट गोश्त क्या होता है बेसिकली? Yeah, really. Have you ever tried your hands on like cooking food?
Yeah. I love cooking. I actually really enjoy it. जब मैं यूनिवर्सिटी में था तो मैं मेरे दोनों रूममेट जब थे तीसरे साल में तो मैं दोनों के लिए लंच और डिनर बनाता था तीनों के लिए.
Oh wow, okay. और ऐसे कभी कुछ हुआ है जब अयान कुछ बना रहे हो एंड देन ही जस्ट फेल्ड लाइक कुकिंग एंड कुछ घर में एक रायता बन चुका हो लिटरली?
फॉर्चुनेटली नो. मैंने किसी को कभी जलाया नहीं है, खाने को कभी जलाया नहीं है, घर को जलाया नहीं है, तो so far अच्छी.
But what is that one dish you make which your mom really likes?
In the morning I make eggs. So like mom is more of an omelette person, otherwise pasta kabhi kabhi.
And what is that one thing you like about her, what she makes for you?
Mom doesn't not cook. Mom doesn't cook.
She's never tried her hand on it.
No, she I think Nani के बाद she just decided that if there's no competing, so
oh wow, that's quite a good thing. पर यहाँ पे competition है, यहाँ पे कुछ अच्छा order करते हैं. Let's see what you really like as we continue our conversation on food and your work.
Let's do it.
So at what time do you otherwise wake up, Ayaan?
I wake up by 7.
And do you prefer like working out pura and
by around 10 o'clock. I need the first 2 hours to myself to like
just breathe.
Yeah.
Acha, you don't work out like it's like relax.
The first 2 hours I don't do much. Like it's just to like I come into terms with the day and then like after that I like get moving.
But what got you comfortable and what got you involved in the world of acting? Because as I told you, like I saw you for that show.
Yeah.
तो उससे शुरुआत किया था.
So that was I was teaching filmmaking at the time to kids. So we had started a filmmaking media studies program that went from school to school and village to village teaching children filmmaking and basically trying to get them to make films themselves out of their own like life stories and ideas and act in them, direct them, and like just it was like the objective was in some way to make them dream bigger. Because when you dream or like you aspire to achieve something, then you like find ways to get there. It's like with these kids, it's sad when you go in the schools. It's fine, like it's normal. When you go further into the villages, when you ask them like what their dreams are, the further you go from the city, the less like dream like the answers get. Like the reality starts like setting in that these guys don't even say I want to become a pilot or I want to become a this, like I'll do what they see is what they know. So at least this way it was like inspiring something beyond that for them, like but I can write or maybe I can do a camera, maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that, and like opens up to like this world that we see, we can be it, we can do it, we can explore more. So it was more about liberating the thought for these kids so that they could like aspire to do more things. And my personal passion for spreading the arts, because I think it's something we lost during like the British rule, because they wanted like they wanted like workforce, so doctor, lawyer, engineer, which till date we follow that logic and we like basically forego the arts at that time. So it was a way of bringing it back.
So even like as you said about, they were special kids, who were trained into that.
Yeah.
Do you also feel that maybe the education system is somewhere, there is a backfall following which a lot of people don't understand, what exactly is happening. We just consume what is happening on the news front also so many times just to know what is happening around us. Sometimes, that there's a lapse in that.
The education system, I think it's fine. I think India has got some of the finest education. I just feel like there's a lack of focus on the arts, or the certain fields now which people are coming to accept. Like the digital fields are becoming more accepted.
Yeah.
Like in the last couple years, being a content creator, a YouTuber, something till like deep into India, like Bharat type into India, people are now looking at as is a reality.
Yeah.
Whereas otherwise people would be like, oh, those arts are for the people that live in the city and do it. It's not for there's no scope
Yeah.
to actually do something. So I think if art, a more of a focus on arts and building more work around the arts for artists, for people like that, having more of a structure around it would definitely put India in a different light again. Like internationally, I feel like we can really thrive competing with the best of the best, like when it comes to dance or music or acting, writing. I feel like we've had some of the best over the centuries, like millennia. I see no reason why we can't again be at the top.
But I have to make you rap. I have heard that you're a very good rapper.
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
tried your hands on it. We saw some special teaser where you tried your luck.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
don't know whether that version is coming out or no, finally. So try your luck now. We want to see the
Yeah,
rapper side of you. I'll
Yeah,
play
yeah,
some more
yeah.
music for you if you need
No,
it.
that is what's coming out. But yeah, what do you want me? You want me to rap this teaser for this? Wait, yeah. मैं हूँ तेरा तू मेरी, you plus I. All it takes is the two of us to get by. There's something about you, girl. You make me feel like I can fly. Investing all my time, every day with you is a drop in the ocean of life. I'm gonna leave it at that. So then you have something to listen to in the song. It might be too much to give it all
But
away.
what
Yeah.
made you get into this world of rapping and all? Did you get excited by Gully Boy or something like
No,
that?
I've not seen Gully Boy actually.
Really?
I'll be
So then
confess.
what led to get into this rapping world?
So it started in school, high school, around 10th, 11th grade. I started writing because we were doing literature in school at the time. So I kind of connected with it somewhere. So I started writing poetry as a means of expression, which by the time I got to university 2 years later had turned into more from spoken word, had gone into rap or this is cooler.
Yeah.
You know, who's going to listen to the poetry I've written, but someone will listen to a verse I've written, which to me was another form of poetry or writing as it was, right?
Yeah.
Rap is rhythm and poetry. So for me it was an escalation into something that was more relevant at the time. And then from there it started, and then basically spent I think the last 7-8 years writing, rapping, singing, mainly in the bathroom, so no one could hear me. To convince myself that this passion or this hobby was worth other people may be listening to eventually.
But are you into also writing poems and all, and making that rhyme poems?
Not anymore. Actually, once I transitioned out to writing music, it just stuck. After that, I didn't write poems. Maybe at a later time in my life again, the poems will come
Have
back.
you tried competing with Sara Ali Khan, because she's quite into writing all these different kind of rhyming poems, chai pe pariye and all that. I don't know what she writes sometimes. Have you ever tried doing? Have you read some of her?
I haven't. No, I didn't even know that she was
But Ayaan, as I go by your profession, it's completely different with what your parents have done. Your father is a filmmaker, plus he's been an actor. Your mom is more into interior designing and that kind of work. More into designer side of the world. And you have chosen acting, and that Salman himself has been an actor. And the journey sometimes it can get very tedious. It can get very good. And the trolling, especially what happens on social media, even when you came out with your own music, people had their own fair share of saying things and all. How mentally prepared are you for that?
I'm not bothered.
Yeah. Do you sometimes feel like reading such comments, and do you feel like maybe just let me take a look?
I feel like if everybody in the world said no, you can't have that one thing that you want, I would still say I'm gonna do it anyways.
Yeah.
So it
you were
doesn't
determined
matter.
to do it.
Why should other people get to decide what I get to pursue or not pursue with my life?
That's true.
Thank you so much.
But also, as the poster came out, and today the teaser has come out and all, but
Yeah.
when the poster came out, And Salman has posted a very good picture, and then people started trolling. In fact, you know, a lot of people came on X and they started defending you. They started defending even Salman, that, you know.
I haven't seen her, I don't know.
Okay, so this is what happened on social media, and people started defending, like, why are you writing? But there were some people who were very harsh, like, why is he launching? Do you feel that sometimes when an actor launches someone from his family, he's more so, you know, considered as a nepotist product?
I mean, I guess, like, the theme, I mean, the word nepotism is basically when any person, I guess, favors people around them in a space or field that they are like professionally involved in, or like, I guess, have political, any kind of influence in. But this isn't something that all came together because of Mamu. Like, it was more so, I was already doing music, like I was already halfway through recording my EP, and Payal like asked me about like to write part, like try to co-write Party Fever with her, and then Party Fever happened. Then even when Party Fever was already shot, and like, you know, we were ready to go launch and like basically go crazy, and then we asked Mamu to promote it, and Mamu said, I also want to be in the video. And then later Mamu also called me and he said, this song that I have, I want you to like come and be in the song as well. So it was more like, I guess it is his way of showing love and support, but it's not that this is like it was happening anyways. Like you may not have made like as much noise and stuff like that, which I'm completely fine with. Like I told you, like it's more about a passion. Like I'll just keep doing it, and like eventually I'll find people that like it and listen to it, and they'll be enough. But like me wanting to do it was enough of a reason to do it anyways. So.
What kind of music you like to consume otherwise?
Mainly hip hop. If I'm being honest, 70% of what I listen to is probably like hip hop and rap. But the other 30%
not
is
trance
like quite
music and like that.
Not so much. I want this like occasionally in my day-to-day life. Like I like that. I like the bounce of the 808 drums and like just that hip hop tempo. So I feel like that just keeps me charged up through the day.
Do you like Bollywood music like that?
Yeah, I do. Not like fanatically, but there are definitely a lot of songs that make it onto my playlist. Like
So on that note, let's eat what they have got. What do you prefer having the most? You know, what you miss the most? Do you carry some, you know, food items with you? Do you do that, you know, typical Indian habit with you?
I have friends that do. I don't, because I like the times I'm abroad, I like to enjoy like whatever is like around, and like I like to experience it. But what I do miss is Indian breakfasts are by far the best breakfast in the world, because we've got too many. We've got a North Indian breakfast, a South Indian breakfast, like we've got like too much options. So abroad, egg, sausage, toast, waffles, those kind of get boring for me. Like I love the diversity of breakfast we have. Like I love poha, I love thepla, I love dosa, I love idli. Like I love eating these things. Like I can't. That's the one thing I miss when I go abroad. With me, it's easier for me to follow a calorie deficit model as opposed to following like only eat these foods and don't eat anything else, because I'm moving around a lot, and I also have a lot of allergies, so I don't have like the freedom to pick and eat freely. I have about like 6-7 allergies. I'm allergic to rice, coconut, dairy. I'm allergic to like most things. No, it's okay. It's not that bad.
There's no rice over
No.
here. Yeah,
don't worry.
Millet is okay?
That's fine.
But as a child, if you liked anything, you know, which you really like miss the most as an adult?
As a child, maybe some of the candies that we don't get openly anymore. Coffee Bite, Alpenliebe were the go-to like treats for me as a child. Like that Alpenliebe lollipop and that Coffee Bite, that chocolate, the best.
Wow, really? But Ayaan, also as we talk about food, we have noticed that, you know, food को लेकर झगड़े भी बहुत होते हैं. कभी तुमने तुम्हारी यानी बहन के साथ में से झगड़े किए कुछ ऐसे food item के लिए where you guys like really like fight it out on that?
So we have a funny like history with food. So when we were younger, she never shared, and then when she was full, she'd share. When she was done eating, here of course you can have. I was not saying you couldn't eat, nothing. The attitude would change completely. Now then, when we grew up, basically we knew we'd fight over food, but we still eat each other's food anyways. So it's like if like there's some leftovers of hers in the fridge that like she's planning to come back and eat, but I just so happen to be hungry at the time, I'll eat them. Knowing that she'll come back home and fire me for eating them, and I'll say, what happened? It's okay. So what? It's gone now. What do you want me to do? And she does the same thing. So we've just like come to terms with it now. Now we don't, now we just go, he ate, right, fine, and move on.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Maturity level aa chuka hai.
Yeah, we're like, well, no point fighting over this. We stayed together in London for like 2-3 years. So we kind of hashed out most of the beef over there.
Wow, yeah,
related to food and stuff, yeah.
And when you were staying, you know, outside India, what is that one thing you both really loved having? Like she told me she would have these pizzas and all, you know. So what about you? She, by the way, also followed a diet, you know, when she was shooting for her debut movie. And she was actually located at a very, like, Khau Gali kind of a place in Delhi. So did you also go on the set?
They were like right opposite Jama Masjid for most of the opening sequences.
So did you also go and did you also consume a lot of food?
I went for the Kareems in Jama Masjid because they were shooting 2 buildings away from that. So I went, I was like, yeah, Alizeh, great job, congratulations, break for lunch. That's when that was my real like secret agenda. Was when we broke for lunch so I can get some of that food. Yeah.
So if you had to choose between food and music, what would you choose?
Oh, music.
Really? Like you can let go of food. Sometimes, like, have you tried like being on this diet and all, you know, 16-hour diet and, you know, being empty stomach and all?
Yeah, I do. I intermittent fast, so I don't eat. I basically eat only from 12 to 8, and like that's it. Then I don't eat after 8.
So what are your diet
This
plans?
is my dinner.
This is your dinner?
Yeah, because by the time I get home, it'll be past 8, like 8ish.
So then you won't consume at all? No. Okay, and how is it working for you? Is it helping?
It's great. I feel like your body adjusts to it, so over time you start feeling the benefits more so. The science behind it is basically that while the body is digesting food in the couple hours after that, it takes about 30% of the body's focus to digest the food, so it can't focus on healing and other things. But instead of like when you don't eat for those, like when you give it those scheduled eating hours, then your body adjusts to healing in those other 16 hours as opposed to digesting. So.
But coming back to music and the world of music, you know, Ayaan, talking about this song, You Are Mine, tell me more about it, like how things were for you.
It's actually, so the story goes, like I'd already heard the song, I'd already heard this song because Mamu had sent it. They had worked on it, Vishal and everyone. And then he had already, I think, shot parts of the music video also. And then he had called my mom, and I was sitting with mom. It was just like in the hall. It was around like 11ish, and he calls mom and he's like, "I need a rap section, like a small 8-bar rap section for my song. Will Yanni do it?" So she just looked at me because I was like right then I heard him. So I said, "Yeah, like of course I'll do it." And she's like, "Yeah," he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." So then he sent me the section. I said, cool. I was listening to it there only. I wrote. I finished like 8 bars. I sat there for like 15-20 minutes. I made mom and dad listen to it. I said, this is it. I'm going to go record it and like send it. They liked it. So then he sent me, then he put me in touch with Vishal. And that's when I went like to the studio, recorded it, did that. Then that was that. Then I think 2 weeks later, he said, I want to add another 8 bars like towards the end of the song. So then they added another section. Then I went in and I did that one as well. And yeah, that was it. And that's how the song came to be.
And you're known as Yanni or Agni?
So my nickname is Yanni.
Okay.
This is what everybody, all my friends and like family who known me since I was like wee big, call me. My name is Ayaan and my stage name is Agni. Lots of names I know, but it'll take its time.
So which name you want to continue with when it comes to the world of, you know, entertainment? Do you want to make any changes over there? Because we also have Ayaan Mukherjee.
For music, anything to do with music, writing, composing, Agni is like the stage name. Logic is quite simple. One, it's also fire and it's also like my surname, like short for my surname.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it kind of stuck when I thought of it. I could never been able to change it.
Okay. So you'll continue with Agni.
Yeah.
And talking about Agni, like what thoughts do you put, you know, while writing any song? You know, You Are Mine, coming with that title itself. Yeah. It looks like a very romantic song, but then it turns out to be a rap come romantic song. So it's a mixture of
the lyrics of the rap, if you listen, they're quite romantic. Like they love lyrics. They're not like that different space from Party Fever's lyrics.
So will you also sing over here as well?
In this one, I'm not singing.
So Vishal
But,
will sing.
No, this is all Mamu. Mamu is the main artist here. He's singing. He's the lead male voice.
Okay.
I'm just doing the rap sections otherwise in the side. Yeah.
Didn't you like demand as such, like even I want to sing? Why? You don't want to try your hand on singing because you
I
tried,
do.
in fact, kind of.
So I have even in Party Fever, I have sung like sections of the melodies that come after my verse.
Yes.
Get it on, get your groove on, get. So all of those few bits and sections are there, but not in this one. I feel like every song there's a time and place to sing and when not to sing. I didn't feel this was like the song for me to sing on. But yeah, in the future you will get to hear me do both on my songs itself.
And which song, when you are in bathroom and in your own thoughts, you prefer singing the most?
If I can't, 50 Cent or God Gave Me Style, 50 Cent. Both of his songs are like my go all the time on the top of my playlist.
Wow. And apart from singing, would you prefer to opt for acting as well?
Anything performative, because of my degrees in acting and world theatre from London, so I prefer like anything performative. So whether it's stage, dance, movement, voice, like acting, anything. It's like it should be fun.
Did you
I
feel
wanna have
like
fun.
you have just started off your career completely because now you're focusing on a lot of things right now in your hand? No? You
One
don't
thing
feel
at a time. Like I just my
you
motto
don't
is
want to
more
multi
simple.
like
I do.
focus
I
on
will.
multi-things.
Yeah, but it's easy. Like I'm just focusing on one thing at a time.
So
I have
whatever
like
is your
ambitions
core
to
focus
eventually
right
do
now?
lots of things.
Huh.
Music now, it's turned out a lot different than I was thinking. Like in my head, the first time anyone would have heard anything was when I was going to drop my EP, like fully like short and like ready, and then like these couple like then these two features happen. So it's been like, unexpected. It's become much faster than that. So like right now, yeah, major chunk of my focus is on music, but then the rest of it is also just like handling other like I have my own startups, and I'm working on a few more, and then I help out in the family businesses also. So.
First singer which comes to your mind when it comes to the world of singing?
First singer that comes to mind.
Yes, like where you feel like if you are in a mood, you really want to hear his song. Like say Arijit or say Sonu Nigam or say Shreya Ghoshal. It could be anyone.
Yo-Yo for me, like Yo-Yo Honey Singh.
Again,
like,
because it's hip hop.
Yeah, also, but like, that Yo-Yo Honey Singh from 10 years ago that came up with like Blue Eyes
Oh,
and like
yes, with Blue
Kalakar
Ties,
and
yeah.
Desi Kalakar and all of those songs one after another.
Yeah.
Like that line of songs that he released, those was top. That's like gold music.
What is that one dish which Salman really makes at home, which people go gaga over?
Makes?
Yeah. Last time Alizeh revealed something to me, but I
Really?
would like to know from you.
I think he rarely does, but when he cooks, he likes to cook open, like outdoor, not in the kitchen. Like when you make the pits of the fire and like you actually cook outside. He likes doing that old school traditional mutton curry on the open flame in the clay pots, and like that's his like that. Then you'll see him with the yeah.
Like literally.
That he likes to. He's actually sick.
Do you like going to villages and all and consuming food over there? I remember even during that time when you did that entire thing.
Yeah.
You confessed about you would go to some places and have the local food over there and all.
Everywhere.
So I would like to know about that.
That time, when I was about 16 onwards to 21, I did a lot of traveling around India, a lot of road trips and stuff. That was around when I was doing Picture Paathshala. So I tried a lot of different foods at different places. Once I did a road trip from Chandigarh to Turtuk, which is like the last village of India. It's like a couple hours ahead of Leh Ladakh also.
Okay.
It's like you can see the Pakistan bunkers. They're like 2 kilometers away. It's like until recent, I think 2007, they hadn't opened it to the public and stuff. But so on the way, all the way till there, I've tried a lot of things. They actually they grow buckwheat. So we got to eat a lot of buckwheat, like rotis and like dosas and like that kind of stuff, which was like really nice, interesting. I had this there was this very good Kashmiri restaurant in Ladakh that someone, a local friend of ours, took us to. I can't remember the name, but like that was classic. There was like there's like multiple different stops like on each place like along the way that we'd stop. What is that? What's that? Goatee soda, right? That was my first time. The soda you have to pop that thing inside and then. So my first time having that was on this road trip. Because like when we stopped one of those stalls, like we stopped.
You get on the streets, you don't get like over here.
No, you don't. So like for me, it was like did I eat for some of my friends?
More in Gujarat side and all.
Yeah. So like all my like Guju friends from like go to Surat and all of that. I'm not like, I was like, dude, I've never had the chance to. Otherwise, I'm not saying no. Then that time I had two. Like I had one, I liked it. I had a second one. I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
Both.
Any date you have been where it turned out to be like kind of a disaster because of the food?
No, thankfully no.
And turned out to be good because of the food? Not really.
I mean, the food plays a very like it plays a big role, but I've like touch wood, not so far.
Oh, wow, that's lucky of you. But before I also let you go, I have to ask you that when we do a lot of things for food sometimes. Like we do do this night out kind of a thing, चुपके से जाना या openly भी जाना रात के 2 बजे हाजिली में जाके यानी juice center में कुछ करना. ऐसे adventurous trip you have done just for the sake of food, apart from what you have done right now.
I have a friend. I'll name him in this video. I'll show him to him also so he remembers. I have a friend called Parvez. Him and I have basically my teen years from like 17 to like 19 sat in the car and driven around most of Mumbai. Whether it's the back lanes of BKC or like the most like old spots on Pali Hill or like even near Bandstand or like Santa Cruz, anywhere, just gone and eaten food at different places. Like the one omelette at Good Luck restaurant on Bandstand is like something to try. I don't know if it's still open, but there was a kebab place called Nice somewhere in Santa Cruz. Like they did like crazy bada roti and like that kind of stuff. So like then even in a couple places in the back lanes of BKC also, like the proper like nearby kebab joints. Like we've really gone to like, all the places as much as possible. Like I swear I can put a list together, but not right now.
Especially the Collab one, which is very famous.
And then Mohammed Ali Road during Ramzan and stuff.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
But lovely chatting with you, Ayaan, and not Ayaan, Agni, Yani. I mean, you have 3 names now. Lovely
sure
chatting.
We'll find more by the time we get like in the future.
Of course, and lovely chatting with you as usual. And when I met you last time also. But I have to know that before I let you go, what are your upcoming projects you're focusing on?
So I have plans to drop a song about every 30 days. So after this, there will be another single of mine, written, sung, composed by me. Which of the 2 that I'm planning to drop, I'm deciding, but there'll be basically one coming October, one November, one in December. And come January 2025, I plan to drop the entire EP of 6 songs. So let's see then after that. Not planning beyond that.
So are you going to bring back the old 90s era wherein you have these cassettes and all, and then you get the music to be heard? Anything you want to plan around on those lines, or you just go for the online release of these songs?
Not right now. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I've got something planned and I don't. But like, let's see in the future.
I was trying to get marketing strategies out of it. But thank you so much for your time and all the very best. Looking forward to see more of you, and I hope you enjoy the meal.
I actually am going to be here again. It was really
yeah, it's very good. It's there in Bandra also in case if you want to try.
No, for sure.